Hey guys, it's Greg Jones for Engine Builder. We are at Sick Week. We're in Orlando and it is day one. And I'm joined today by Rick Russell. And behind us here is Little Red Express with a twin turbo 6.4 liter Hemi engine. And it's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Penn Grade 1, L-Ring DOS Original, and NPW.
Rick, thanks so much for giving us a little bit of time here.
Thank you.
We were just saying before the cameras got rolling that, we saw you at Dragway 42, that was almost 2 years ago now, where unfortunately you hit the wall with this truck. But here you are, you're back and ready to get back into some drag and drive events. So Rick, we'd love to know a little bit of history about the truck. Tell us a little about kind of
It's
when you got it.
interesting because my brother-in-law bought this truck years ago, and it was supposed to have been in the 10s back then, but there's no way it could have been. It had a 440 motor and it did have a spool rear end. First time I knew he got the truck, he pulls up to my brand new driveway, concrete driveway, and laid patch of burned rubber all the way down my driveway. And I didn't even know it was him in the truck. I thought, who the heck's going down my driveway like that? Those marks were on there 2 years. He passed away, and my son, Big Ricky, brought it home and did the same thing to the driveway.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning days of it were from him, and we kept it. We've gone from a 440 motor to a 496 on nitrous, now to the Gen 3s.
Yeah.
We've been a 903 in it, 152. We first Little Red Express ever to be in the 9s. And so that's kind of a quick bring-up history of it. I hit the wall because water got in my catch can and came out and hit my right wheel. It wasn't one thing the driver didn't do wrong. The driver didn't check the catch can underneath the motor.
Yeah, there's one thing you don't want, it's water under the wheel, and that's what happened. So, tell us a little bit about, what went into getting the truck back and ready to be here at Sick Week.
Okay, well, a month ago, this truck was still in a bucket. The whole front end was off, the motor wasn't even sitting in it, nothing was in it. And we stripped it all down completely, everything was gone except the cab and the back bed, because we had to redo the frame was bent. We boxed all the frame now, it's all welded and boxed. And we started putting it in. So Big 3 Racing had a lot to do with getting us parts and helping us with it. Gellner Engineering did the engine work, and my son put them together. Yeah. And the Rat Pack group, Tom Dawes, Charlie, the whole group, Jeff, Mike Dawes, they all helped. This has been a team effort to get it all back together.
Yeah, that's awesome that that group around you came together to help you out.
Absolutely.
So here you are. So you mentioned you got the Gen 3 Hemi now. Walk us through a little bit about what you got in the Hemi engine.
Okay, and this motor came out of a 2016 truck up in Michigan that caught fire. Okay. And it was the cab that caught fire, and it was just singed up here, and we started building it from that. Yeah. Gillner the heads complete and remachined all the heads. Tom at Gillner Engineering. Okay. And then Gillner did all the machine work on it. It does have an intercooler set up here that was, at the time, that was something new that they were just coming out and testing on it. It's still got the stock crank in it. The pistons and so forth are somewhat stock on it. Yeah.
How about some of the valve train? You mentioned that Gellner did some of the head work. How about some of the valve train that you got?
Yeah, we had a lot of trouble getting parts still for it, and this was only a couple months ago. We still didn't get it. So the valves. I'm trying to remember. I think we tried for I think they're a titanium valve that's in it now. Yeah. That we've got in it, and it also now has a roller in it, where these originally had a tap-it type deal, but we do now have a roller, and they just came out with that roller. Okay. Our oil pump same thing. It had a stock oil pump in it. Now it has a high pressure, high volume oil pump in it that just came out.
Very good. Yeah. Excellent. Now you're also running a twin turbo setup. How much boost are you guys typically running when you're going down the track?
Right now, I think we're around 18. At 22, we made 1,068 on the dyno at the wheel. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. And Rick, tell us a little bit about what the expectations are for you in the truck when you're out there on the track, and how does it do on the street, and that sort of stuff.
It's happy on the street. It likes to run on the street. It never heats up. I never had, knock on wood, never have a problem with it heating. I'm looking today to stay in the 950s all the way through. Maybe Friday we'll go to the 8s. Our goal would be about 890s, 880s, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty respectable run. Yeah. Absolutely. Very good. Now, Rick, you were also saying it's your first time at Sick Week in particular, but obviously you've done the Midwest drags, and it's you were telling me that you did Hot Rod Drag Week too. So, what about the drag and drive stuff has attracted you, or kept you coming back?
Well, Ricky, this was my son Big Ricky's idea when he was 15 or whenever they started this. So he told me to get this motor long before we ever got to this point. I didn't even know about this. My first time doing it, I'd rather do this than go to a regular drag.
Yeah.
This is so much more fun. To me, this is a real thing. You get to drive the truck you're going or the car, and you go on to the next track.
Yeah.
That to me, that's what makes it. And great people. All these people around, everybody jumps in and helps no matter what's going on. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Very happy.
Yeah.
And Tom Bailey, the way they've got this organized is really smooth too. It's nice. A lot of information comes back from it.
Yeah, definitely. No, they've put together a nice event here now. Third year doing it, and it keeps getting better. So.
We were in last year. We bought in last year, but couldn't get here because it couldn't get the truck back together.
Right,
couldn't get parts to put it together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rick, anything else about the Hemi engine or anything else about the truck that we might be leaving out?
Well, we've got, it does have it. The only thing that's not Mopar, because I believe in whatever the vehicle is, should be the vehicle. It's a TH400 in it.
Okay.
The tranny was rebuilt by my cousin, Richie Szyminski, Parma Transmission in Parma, Ohio.
Okay.
He built all of that. We do have a strange rear end and an axle. Ever since we put that in, we've been doing not breaking so much stuff with that in there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, really appreciate the
Thank
time.
you for the
Thanks for
time.
telling us about the truck and the Hemi engine.
Thank you.
And guys, we appreciate you all watching this episode of Engine of the Week. Make sure you're checking out enginebuildermag.com for more great engine content. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.